Hi, I'm Corey Crawford from North Alabama Fishing Forums. Today we're going to talk about a few of the most commonly used lures in bass fishing. We're going to start off with the spinnerbait. When you cast a spinnerbait, it'll sink. Depending on how long you let it sink before you start your retrieve, and the speed of your retrieve will determine the depth at which it swims. Next we have a crankbait. This one is a lipped crankbait, designed to dive to a specific depth. Depending on how fast or slow you retrieve this bait will determine how quick it reaches its maximum depth. The next type of crankbait is a lipless crankbait. Depending on how long you let it sink before you start your retrieve, and the speed of your retrieve will determine at which depth it swims. Third is a rattle trap. Just like the lipless crank and the spinnerbait, depending on how long you let it sink before you start your retrieve, and the speed of your retrieve will determine at which depth it swims. Next is topwater. We have a spook, which is retrieved using a walking action, commonly known as walk the dog. We have the pop-ar, which when popped across the top of the water will splash water out the front and make a popping noise. When you retrieve the jitterbug, it will splash water out each side, making commotion at the top of the water. A frog or rat, which is commonly used in heavy grass situations. You also have a buzzbait, which when retrieved, the propeller will keep it at the top of the water, splashing water and making noise. Now keep in mind, this is just a general overview of some commonly used bass fishing lures. These lures come in many different sizes, types, and styles. Be sure to check out NorthAlabamaFishingForums.com for additional videos on how to use these lures.